Hi everyone. We're going to create a very simple drag and drop activity that can be used from grade R all the way up to grade 7. You can adapt it to whatever lesson you're doing. It's a very useful tool to be able to use. I've selected sort of the middle of the road in terms of age, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a drag and drop activity where the children need to drag the continents labels onto the correct places. So the first thing that's quite important to do is to find your background picture. Now, a background picture is very different to a picture that you just put on your screen. We specifically use this option over here because a background makes it unmovable. All right, because that's one of the most annoying things for a student as well, is when they're trying to use it and everything's moving. So we need to have everything locked down if we can. So there's our background. I'm going to show you how I made it by creating a new page or a new slide. So here we go, new slide. I remove this, I press Control A for those of you who want to do that, and I press delete. I go to background, and I can either choose a color, I can choose an image, or I can reset. So I'm going to choose an image, and I'm going to choose an image of a garden. Let's say you want to do a younger one and you want to have a garden theme. So I'm going to type in background. Let's see what we can come up with. There you go. So let's see, you want to do insects, so you want to do something with a garden background. So you need to find something that would work specifically for you. Okay, so there's a little garden background, and I'll click on insert, and I'll click on done. And you'll see the garden background has been selected and nothing can move. It's been locked down. Okay, so that's how you do that, and it's quite a useful way of putting your pictures in. So here we have this. I'm going to make a little heading slide, and I'm going to be using there's a lot of things you can use. I'm going to use WordArt, and I'm just going to put my label in. Okay, I like using WordArt because you can it's quite easy to adjust your sizes and making goodies fit, and it's just a nice easy one to use. Let's use a nice navy blue, and I can change the font, and I can put it in. There you go. All right, now I want to start creating my labels, and we're going to create a text box for these. You could have used WordArt just as well, but I'm going to use this just to show you the different options. And I have Africa, and I'm going to center it nicely. So you've got this option here, and you have this center option here, which centers the entire little block for you. And I'm going to choose a color. All right, so there's my first label, and it works. It's perfectly suitable. The problem comes in with younger children is that unless you know exactly that you need to drag something on the edges, unfortunately, it can be quite difficult for them to maneuver. So there is a little workaround for this. We're going to turn this text box into a picture. So the first thing I am going to do is make it a little bit bigger, just because it's easier for me. And I'm going to give it, make that a little bit bigger. Okay, bigger than that. And I'm probably going to use the same little font in there. Well, there you go. So that is my label. As I say, when one of the most common things that happen is that, of course, we can't do it now because I want to do it, is that it moves and the letters move and the children can't move it, and it becomes quite stressful for everybody. So we're going to use a little tool that comes with it's a little free Windows tool. It's called the snipping tool. I've got mine as a shortcut here, but if you click on here and you type snipping tool, you will find it as well. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to take a little snip of this. It takes a little photograph actually, so it's quite a nice little tool. There it is. And I'm going to come down and paste it. Control V. What I've done is I have turned that into a little picture. And now you'll see I can resize it. I can do anything I want to it. And I've got my little words there. I'm going to go in and change the next one. So I'm going to type in Asia. I'm going to change the color so we've got a little bit of fun and difference happening here. And I'm going to use my snipping tool again. Type in new. Take a little photo of it. And go back, Control V, which is a paste button. And I'm going to drag it in. So I'm going to do all 7 continents. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to jump to one where I have already done this, and we can work from there. Good. Okay, so here you can see I've actually created the little pictures of all of these. I've added some instructions over here. And it's totally up to you. From here, you could add another slide, and in that slide, you could ask them to, you could use the same one again, and you could say, in this slide, put in pictures, an animal that is native to every one of your continents. So you could create quite a good project out of this. The children enjoy it. They're using all the tech skills that they've been learning basically since grade 1 or 2. So there's not a huge learning curve for children, and it teaches them what you need them to know. It's always great to use tools that children already know. So the learning curve isn't too big. Most of them have used PowerPoint or they've used slides before. And so you can really get into the learning that you want your children to do. Have fun.